Hey, what's up, my YouTubian nation? This is Chris, aka Barnon11970, and I thank you guys for watching my video. I just wanted to let all the gold and silver bugs out there know that I am not giving up on this. I'm not worried about it at all, even though every now and then I'll get a comment or two saying that I should be worried. You know, to each their own. People are entitled to their opinions, they're entitled to their feelings, whatever. I just have been busy with so many other things. Not only am I doing my orgone pyramids, which are actually working really well, I'm very excited about that considering it was just a hobby. I'm really getting into the sun gazing. I am now at 29 minutes and 50 seconds, so I'm almost at the 30-minute mark. You only have to go up to 45 minutes. And a new thing that's happened in my life, I've never done this before. I just started walking on the beach. I've done it now 5 days in a row. Well, 4 out of the past 5. No, I'm sorry, 5 out of the past 6 days in a row. I was walking barefoot on the beach for at least 45 minutes each time. Now, to the average person out there, that may not seem like a big deal, but considering I've had walking pneumonia and asthma problems since I was a baby, I've never done anything like that. So for me to be able to walk up and down for that long of a time period, considering I've never done it in my life, is a huge step for me. I bring my inhaler just in case. I don't even need it. As a matter of fact, tonight I walked the longest I've ever walked. I probably walked for about a total of about almost an hour. And I was really thinking about jogging back, but I just wanted to relax and enjoy the beach, enjoy the nature. So that's where I've been. But as far as the gold and silver is concerned, as usual, I'm loving when they dip this. I got to let everybody know, if you haven't known already, and I'm sure you've watched other people's channels that talk about gold and silver, this is all about Ben Bernanke. This is all about him talking about, like he's done a couple of times this year already, talking about possibly easing back on the money printing. And of course, the average Joe Schmo out there buys it hook, line, and sinker, and then you see the panic in the markets as far as the SLV and the GLD is concerned. But lucky for us who stack physical gold and silver, that price is affected by that paper price. One day you are going to see a separation. We see that the gold and silver is rising a little bit right now. Could it have hit rock bottom? That is a possibility. But we're seeing right now gold is retraced about almost $12. It's hovering between 11 and 12 right now, and silver is hovering around 30 cents. It's gained at 18.89 at the current time. Gold is hovering around 12.40, but it changes every few seconds. So I did make some purchases this week. I really don't think that it's going to be going too much lower, because you have to really think about the fact of the mining companies who mine gold and silver. How much lower can it go before they start slowing down production and stopping? Because just imagine if you own a silver mine, and back in 2011 when silver was hitting almost $50, you were probably going like crazy trying to get as much metal out as you could. And you see it slowly decreasing over the past year and a half to 2 years to the point where it's now in the teens. I mean, you're talking you have to pay gas, which is between $3 and $4 a gallon, depending on where you are in the world. You're talking about your employees. You're talking about health benefits. You're talking about equipment. You're talking about repairs. You know, you're talking a lot of money that's involved. Any kind of insurance that you have to pay for, any kind of union dues that you might have to pay for. So it can't go forever low to the point where it's $5 an ounce, because if you're a miner, would you mine at that point? You'd just shut down and wait for the turnaround. So I'm sure it could go a little bit more. I don't think it's going to be going too low, so don't expect $5 and $10 silver. I would love it because I'm buying silver at prices now that I couldn't afford. Well, I never got before, because back between 2006 and 2008, I was buying all graded coins, so I was paying more than what the current price is even now. So I'm really loving this. And the best part is, those of you who've been watching my channel for a while know I was going through some financial troubles back around 2011, which is good, because the fact of the matter is that's when gold was almost at $1,900 an ounce and silver was almost at 50. So it was a really good thing I couldn't really afford it, and I know a lot of other people that couldn't as well. But now you're talking big discounts compared to that. And it's not going to last forever, because Bernanke could say all he wants. He could say that he's going to take away the money. He could say he's going to lower it by $1. He could say whatever he wants. He's done it all this year, and every time he's done it, there's been a pullback in the market. But when reality sets in and people realize it's just a smokescreen, and they actually are going to end up needing more money, once they do that, watch the metals start rising again. At this point, because it's so heavily manipulated and the government can do whatever they want, including things like the LIBOR scandal where they don't get in trouble, I mean, this is going to be challenging. So if you can't handle long term, and I've said that so many times, and I find it funny sometimes that people just may not seem to understand that long term is not a month, long term is not a year. Long term for me is 5+ years. I'm only going to be 43 years old. I'm not 90. I'm not going to die, knock on wood, tomorrow. So I'm not worried about what's going on right now. This is an opportunity for me to add on to my current stack. Now, of course, if you're doing like me, which is protecting yourself against the potential collapse of the dollar and, problems in the economy, you want to make sure you stack more than just gold and silver. You want to make sure you have your food, your water, your medicines, your toilet paper, all these different things that you're going to need, because even if there isn't a disaster, if all of a sudden the dollar starts collapsing and interest rates start going really high and the dollar starts going down, it's because of all the money that they're printing, things are going to get very expensive. So you don't want to end up spending what little money you have just to get necessities. So I've been warning people about that since 2011, and as you see, prices have gotten substantially higher since then. So I'm not worried about this. I'm looking forward to seeing where gold and silver is going right now. I'm thinking long term. Please don't anybody feel bad. I'm not losing money because I haven't sold anything. I'm waiting in a couple years from now, and I'm going to be very happy that I made my decision. So you do what you decide ultimately is your best way to go. Don't rely on any one source. Make sure you do research in multiple different directions. Make sure you check into things. And because, let's put it this way. If you're only listening to one person and you're not even listening to yourself and you don't verify, well, you're not really doing the responsible thing for you and your family. So in the end, you have nobody to blame but yourself. I'm only talking about what I'm doing. What you do is totally up to you. So if you don't agree with what I have to say, that's perfectly fine. I can totally understand that. All I'm saying is everybody has the right to make their own path. Don't bash and hate somebody just because their path might be different from yours. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.